The ballroom will be a solution for this.
I think we got to build that ballroom as soon as possible.
The ballroom makes total sense.
A ballroom is imperative for a lot of reasons.
The president needs the ballroom.
We need a ballroom, guys. This is why we totally need a ballroom. In this video, I'm going to be answering one question. Was the recent Trump assassination staged to build Donald Trump's new ballroom? Here's what we need to consider first. There has been a total of 3 assassination attempts in Donald Trump's life that we know of. The first one being the Butler incident, where Thomas Crooks tried aiming at Trump, missed, hit his ear, and went on, unfortunately, to kill a bunch of people, and it was immediately killed. And what we saw after that was a pretty epic picture of Donald Trump pumping his fist with the American flag and Secret Service all around him. That picture went on to create a rally behind his supporters, and to my experience and to a lot of people's expectations, made him win the 2024 presidential election. The second incident that happened at his golf course, where a man linked to Ukraine or Iran, we don't really know the fact of it, but it was there trying to kill Donald Trump. And what did that lead to? Where we saw, Iran might have been involved, and as a result, we saw a case where they were being like, Iran is trying to kill Trump, so we need to get them first. And there was an instance, I'll see if I can find a video of Donald Trump saying they wanted to get me, but I got them first.
President Donald Trump made a big comment on the killing of Iran's supreme leader, asserting that he moved first to neutralize what he described as an imminent threat to his own life. He claimed, and I'm going to quote him here, "I got him before he got me. They tried twice, well, I got him first," unquote, apparently referring to a 2024 Iran-linked plot that U.S. authorities had earlier said was aimed at assassinating the United States of America President Trump.
Do you understand? So this is the second instance of that assassination attempt was used for a political purpose. And then the third attempt recently happened, where at the White House Correspondence Dinner that happened over the weekend, which Donald Trump never attended, but for some reason decided to attend this year, we saw an alleged gunman run through Secret Service, passed a couple of checkpoints that he couldn't have passed on a normal day, and fortunately was apprehended at the right time. And what happened after that? We saw that Donald Trump and his entire cabinet used the opportunity to start pushing the idea of building a ballroom. So the White House ballroom, this was announced in July 2025. It was going to take over the East Wing. Donald Trump has pushed this idea because he wants to use that space for state dinners and other public facing activities, really. However, the project has been criticized for it being useless, because there's literally no reason why you need a ballroom when your country is going through so many issues. And now the project is now going through there's a legal process where some people are trying to challenge the building of this. They don't want it to get built, and it's currently in the court. And then this happened, and then immediately it happened, we start seeing all the Trump administration officials all saying the same thing: we need a ballroom, we need a ballroom, we need a ballroom. So this seems to me that there's something afoot here. There's something is not adding up. I will analyze each incident, start from the Butler incident, the golf incident, and also the White House Correspondence Dinner incident that just recently happened. Stick with me while we go through this. Here's Joe Kent, who just recently resigned from the National Counterterrorism Force, saying he doesn't have any idea why Thomas Crooks, the alleged shooter, will not be investigated. And in his investigation, when he tried poking into this issue, he was asked to stop digging further, which raised his suspicion that why would you not want to invest or get to the bottom of the fact that someone just tried to kill you? Here you go. Let's watch it together.
Later, Butler happens, and Crooks, according to the official narrative anyways, is an enigma. We don't know anything about him. We can't get into his devices. If we did get into his devices, maybe there's nothing there. No more questions are allowed to be asked about Thomas Crooks. The DHS IG is currently being blocked from investigating Butler as well. That's out in the media. That's all well known. Your investigative journalists found that Crooks did indeed have an online persona,
quite an extensive
online footprint,
one.
And he was talking to people. So it's like, why aren't we investigating this? I mean, if
an attempted murder of a presidential
candidate, and then there's another assassination attempt. There's been multiple public breaches of President Trump's security over the last year. And then, Charlie Kirk is killed publicly in a very horrific way, and we're not really even allowed to look into that at all.
Also, we have Tucker Carlson, a prominent MAGA, or let's say previous MAGA supporter, that literally produced a whole show doing his own investigation into Thomas Crook and was able to find a bunch of information about this guy, and is still asking the same question. Why is the FBI, the CIA not putting their enormous resources into actually investigating this, where he, as a private citizen, could find all this information about his online presence, yet they say it doesn't have any online footprint at all. So that's the two instances where we can see that there's something going on here.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
That day, Thomas Crooks came within a quarter inch of destroying this country. And yet, a year and a half later, we still know almost nothing about him or why he did it. That's because, for some reason, the FBI, even the current FBI, doesn't want us to know.
What's up?
Since the start of their investigation, the FBI has claimed that Thomas Crooks acted alone and that he was a virtual ghost online with no presence at all. Their only substantive claim about Crooks' motive was that he was a right-winger. When the FBI made that claim, we had to take his word for it. We have no way to check, but now we do. In September, we obtained hundreds of comments from Thomas Crooks' YouTube account. Since then, we've gone to great lengths to verify that they're real. We can now confidently say they are. These are genuine, written by Thomas Crooks. But although Crooks' comments are interesting and give tremendous insight into why he did it, they're not the only story. The other story, in fact the far more significant story, involves the government, the DOJ and the FBI, which have hidden from the public what they know about Thomas Crooks. The purpose of this report is to reveal details of Crooks' social media accounts and to confront a series of key questions. Why is the FBI keeping Crooks' views a secret? Why are they ignoring congressional subpoenas to divulge information? Why are they pretending that there's nothing to see here?
Now, finally, I'm going to play you a bizarre clip of literally almost every single Trump supporter and part of his administration, literally in unison, including the Speaker of the House, saying, because of this incident, we need to actually build a ballroom. Literally every single one of them, all on Fox News as well, saying, pushing the idea, because of this incident that's happening, we need to build a ballroom. And as I said earlier, ballroom is currently in court right now. They're fighting it, and this incident happened conveniently. And in no time, Donald Trump, literally 30 minutes after the event, Donald Trump has gone to the front of the podium speaking. I'm going to play a clip of every single one of them, including Trump as well, speaking, saying, we need a ballroom, guys. This is why we totally need a ballroom. And also, something suspicious is when the incident was happening, Donald Trump seemed so calm. You can see how J.D. Vance and his team was literally, they just dragged him out of the way, while Donald Trump was just sitting there acting like, oh, okay, let them do this stuff, let it happen. So it's just raising a lot of questions, but yeah, let's get right into that too as well.
All of the conditions that took place tonight, and I didn't want to say this. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom.
The ballroom will be a solution for this.
I think we got to build that ballroom as soon as possible.
The ballroom makes total sense.
A ballroom is imperative for a lot of reasons.
The president needs the ballroom.
So there you have it, guys. We do not live in an Orwellian world where there is a third police that will arrest you if you think wrong. So we are allowed to think for ourselves. In no way or form am I supporting political violence. I do not do any of that. But what I'm just offering is just things that just glaring us in his face. And I've just put together a bunch of things that we just have to look out for. You do not have to accept the narrative. You can think for yourself. And that is what I created this channel to do. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel. It goes a really long way and it inspires me to do more videos like this. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.